Hello, everyone. On this podcast episode, I'm going to talk about God and I'm going to talk about Satan. Also going to talk about atheists. This world is a world where Satan, rules. This is a world that, you can see the handiwork of Satan all over the place. You can see the handiwork of evil all over the place. Atheists, the very existence of atheists, is what? A sign of evil itself. In a world governed by God, for people to still believe that God doesn't exist, when the very rules of this world are created and governed by God, tells you what? This is a world filled with deception, a world filled with lies. Because it's a world filled with lies, atheists are born. Because atheists are the ones who've been deceived. They're the ones who've been lied to and have accepted the lies. Atheists no longer care about the truth, and they probably never will. The only person that can truly change an atheist's mind is God himself, or someone who's truly blessed. Someone who walks with God, follows the road to heaven. It requires a very biblical, a very saintly person to change the mind of an atheist. A normal person can never change the mind of an atheist. No matter how many facts exist in this world, no matter how many things can prove that God exists, there will also be lies. Atheists do not care about the truth, because if they cared about the truth, there will be what? Christians. Or at least there'll be theists. There'll be people who believe in God. The fact that they don't believe in God, even though God exists, proves they've already been deceived. It proves that Satan has already worked, his way into their minds. They no longer care about the truth anymore. The mind is governed by Satan. And this is what you need to be careful of. The world of science, the field of science, is filled with atheists. Because that's where Satan is. Satan loves to delude you. They'll pick a fact, a scientific fact, and use it to mislead you. Like I've always said, science is nothing more than a tool. Science is a tool that can help you, that can help the human race move forward, advance. And it's also a tool that can be used to destroy the human race, just like a nuclear weapon. A gun can be used to help you. It can be used to protect you from what? Harm. From bears, tigers, wolves, thieves, and criminals. It can also be used to kill others. It can also be used to harm others. It can be used to rob. It can be used to what? Kill. It can be used to kill your best friends, your lovers, your parents, your children. That's what a gun can be used to do. It can be used to protect you, and it can also be used to harm you. And that's what science is. It's a tool that can be used to deceive you or can be used to help you. And depending on who controls that tool, decides the future of humanity. When the tool is controlled by atheists, if the people that govern your scientific community are atheists, they will twist the facts. They will twist basic facts of life into lies to deceive you into believing that God doesn't exist. Science itself proves the existence of God, and it has always proven the existence of God. Science itself proves it. But the reason why you don't think science proves it is because science as a whole is governed by atheists. Because it's governed by atheists, they will always lie. They'll always play the manipulation game, just like Satan does. Satan will take a fact and trick you into thinking it's, into doing something else. A basic fact can be used to manipulate you, to doing what Satan wants for you. And this is what you need to be careful of with science as well. Science can be used to prove that your life is worthless. Even though science itself, the facts prove the otherwise. Scientists can use basic facts of life and twist it into making you appear worthless. Science itself is neutral, but people can interpret science, basic facts, into whatever they want it to be. And that's what you need to be careful of. This world that's governed by God, this scientific world that's governed by God, will be used against you. It'll be used to teach you that God doesn't exist when it does. And this is what you need to be careful of. Scientists in the hands of righteous people, in the hands of good people, will be used to progress society. It'll be used to help you and your parents and your family members. It'll be used to heal you when you're sick. It'll be used to make your life better, calmer. It'll be used to help your children, help your parents, help your family members, help your friends. But that's in the hand of a good person. In the hands of a bad person, science will be used for the equal and opposite, to harm you. There will always be a scientific fact that proves you should be killed. The fact itself doesn't tell you to be killed, but using that fact itself, these atheists, these evil people, will use it to manipulate you into thinking it's okay to kill for you to be killed. Sooner or later, isn't that what Hitler did? Hitler looked for facts to prove that the Jews were worthless. They don't care about the truth. If they cared about the truth, they won't be racist. If you care about real facts, you won't be racist. Racist people don't truly care about the facts. They don't see the facts in a neutral sense. Once they've already decided that you're worthless, they'll look for facts to prove that you're worthless. Even though the fact itself do not prove you're worthless, they don't care. As long as the fact is vague enough, they can use that as an excuse to kill you. So if you're not someone who's careful, if you're someone who keeps listening to scientists, if you're someone who believes everything a scientist tells you without actually checking the facts yourself, you'll be deceived into thinking God exists. One of these days, you'll be deceived into killing blacks. When a scientist come one of these days and tell you that black folks are worthless, you accept it. Allow them to kill them. When the scientist comes and tells you one day that Asians are worthless, you will accept that fact as well, because you keep believing all the scientists anyways, right? Scientists never lie to you. So you accept the fact that Asians are worthless. Let's kill them. One of these days, scientists will come and tell you that Indians are worthless. You kill them too. One of these days, scientists will tell you that white people are worthless. You kill them too. One of these days, scientists will tell you that you are worthless. At that point in time, you will have no one to save you. You've allowed the scientists to deceive you into killing everyone else, right? When the scientists told you that babies are useless, society doesn't need babies, there are too many people in this world, let's kill all children. You accepted that as fact. There are too many people in this world, let's kill all the children. When the scientists told you that it's time to kill the elderly, your grandparents, they're too old, let them go. They have no value in this world. Scientifically, they bring no purpose to the herd. This is a world of animals, and the old bring no purpose to the herd. Kill them all. You allow the scientists to delude you into killing your own, your great grandparents, your grandparents, your parents, because they're too old. When the scientists told you, okay, kill those who are short. Those who are short are too short. Scientists, evolution favors those who are tall. Those who are short aren't good for society. You allow them to kill the short folks, those who are shorter than you. When scientists told you it's okay to kill those who are taller than you, being too tall is a disadvantage. It's an evolutionary disadvantage. You allow the scientists to kill those who are taller than you. When the scientists say, Okay, it's time to kill you. People who are at your height, people who had the same skin color as you, the same race as you. Time to kill them. Would you agree? You agreed when the scientists told you to kill the blacks. You agreed when the scientists told you to kill the whites. You agreed when the scientists told you to kill the Indians. You agreed when the scientists told you to kill the Asians. You agreed when the scientists to kill the short. You agreed when the scientists told you to kill the tall people. You agreed when the scientists told you to kill the babies. You agreed when the scientists told you to kill your own parents. Would you agree when the scientists tell you to kill yourself? Where do you draw the line? Do you think you can save yourself when everyone else is dead? When you had the chance to save others, you allowed the scientists to delude you into killing them. Now the scientists have decided it's time to kill you. What would you do? No one dares to save you. The people who could have saved you, you killed them all. You allowed the scientists to kill them all. So now that it's your turn, what would you do? And this is what you need to be careful of. You can use science to justify anything, including killing your own parents and children. Your own flesh and blood. Science can be used to trick you into killing your own flesh and blood. And this is a fact. So if you're not careful, science can be turned into a weapon that will be used to harm everyone you know and everything you love. And this is how life works. If you're not careful about science, if you're not careful about these atheists using science to delude you into thinking God doesn't exist, you will ruin your life. You allow these scientists to ruin your life. Because these science itself is a tool. And that's all it is. Because it's a tool. It can be used for good and it can be used for evil. Whoever controls the scientific community in your country determines how they use science. If they're kind people, they'll use it to better, to better your country, to better your own friends and family members. They'll use it to cure the sick. They'll use it to help those who are depressed. They'll use it to help those who need help the most. But if you're living in if the people who control your scientific community are evil people or atheists, they'll use science, they'll use science to kill you. They'll use science to kill your own friends and family members, your children, your parents. Science can be used to do that as well. And this is what you need to be cautious of. This is what you need to be careful of. Science is a tool, and it's a neutral tool. If you're not careful of these scientists, you may end up, helping a scientist that'll kill you in the future. That'll use the words, use scientific facts to kill you in the future. Scientific facts that are neutral. Because these facts are neutral, they can be used to justify anything, including killing children, including killing your parents, and including killing you. And this is what you need to be careful of in life. Satan can justify anything. That's the power of Satan. It has the power to deceive you, the power to manipulate you into killing your own flesh and blood, into killing those who love you the most. And you have to be careful, because atheists and atheists have the same mindset as Satan himself. They don't care about God, and they don't see humans as nothing more than livestock. In the eyes of an atheist, you're nothing more than an animal, a mere animal. And that's what you need to be careful of. When you've been dehumanized to the point of being an animal, they see you nothing more than livestock. Killing you is nothing to them. It means nothing to them. And that's what you need to be careful of. Do not allow these atheists to deceive you into thinking you're worthless. Because once they feel, they've successfully convinced you that you're worthless, they'll start to kill you. They'll look for ways to kill you. And that's how this world works. The moment they've convinced you, a child of God, that you are worthless, you allow them to kill you. You should never allow someone to kill you. should never allow someone to manipulate you into thinking you're worthless. You will always be a child of God. You'll always be a man or woman of God. You're not an animal. You'll never be an animal. You're not worthless. You'll never be worthless. Because God is not worthless. And everyone in this world is a child of God. And God does not create worthless beings. God does not create worthless people. So you can never be worthless. I pray for everyone's safety and understanding. Amen. That's it for today's podcast episode. I hope everyone enjoys their day. Have fun.